This is Guinevere with Lehigh Valley Dog Training and Behavior. I am an animal behaviorist that specializes in German Shepherds. Today we're here to talk about what to look for if you're getting ready to look at German Shepherd puppies because you would like to purchase one. First off, I want to tell everyone this puppy is actually sold. All of my puppies have sold. If you are looking for a German Shepherd puppy, please call me. I'll send you to Pottstown to George Finnegan, who owns Watchman German Shepherds. But, you know, you want to go out and you want to look at German Shepherds, I'm going to give you a little idea of what to look for. A couple easy things. This is an 8-week-old male puppy. He's pretty perfect. He goes to his new home tomorrow. The first thing you want to look for, number one, very important. I know that you're not looking for show dogs, but you all want a dog that looks like one, right? You still want a beautiful dog just because he's not entered into the show ring. First thing you want to do is stand your puppy up nice and straight. Okay? Hold on to him from underneath. Take that tail. Go right between his legs. Straight down. It should almost touch, if not touch. It actually does touch, which means his tail is going to more than touch like a show dog's would when he's old enough. Okay? So test one. Does that tail touch the ground? See, it does. Okay, number two, let's take a look at the ears. All right, this little puppy's ears are not up yet. Not a big deal. They're not really supposed to be. Occasionally they'll pop up at 7 or 8 weeks, but not always. This dog's ears are going to come up because they're already doing the wonky thing. They're kind of flopping around and they go forward and backward sometimes. That's normal. They're going to come up. Okay, now let's take a look at the back. Okay, again, stand your puppy up like this. Take your hand back here and give him a gentle push. Oh, he's kind of sitting down. We'll do that again. Okay, so stand him up. Gentle push forward. And he's actually doing it. He's on a tally sliding. They should go into what's called a stack. One foot might come in front of the other. There you have it. So he's kind of standing the way a German Shepherd would when he's older. He's going to have a little bit of a slope back, not much. That is going to be dependent on the mother and father. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the front. Okay. I'm going to take your index finger like this. Slide it under the lips. And what you're looking for is a scissor bite, meaning the teeth, when he bites down, the teeth all come and slide perfectly like that. If he's a little above or a little below, if it's just a hair, it's not that big of a deal. He wouldn't make it in show ring, but we're not looking for show dogs. But a nice scissor bite is real nice. Okay, if he doesn't have a scissor bite at 8 weeks, when his puppy teeth fall out and he gets his new teeth in, 4, 5, 6 months, they're not going to be a scissor bite either. Rarely will they correct themselves once baby teeth fall out. They just don't correct themselves. Okay. Markings. All right, let's look at markings. Okay. Your puppy's markings should be exactly the same on either side. No differences whatsoever. If one eyebrow has more brown or red than the other eyebrow, you're looking at inbreeding. Also, this one's got a little bit of a white chest, not much at all. That's not going to be present when he's older. If he would have a big white foot, I'd say don't buy that puppy, guys. If his toes are a little bit white, that's called a puppy print, just like this little bit of white on his chest is. That's called a puppy print. That's going to go away. Not going to be a problem. Okay, so another thing that I want you to do, take your hand. You have to do this at a standing position. You cannot do this if he's on his back or anything. Take your hand and go from his armpits down. Now this is a male, so I'm going right above. I'm sliding my hand right above where the penis is. So I'm right above it. He had an umbilical cord attached there when he was born. The mother or the breeder cut that off, and if it was pulled too tight, he would have a bubble by now. That's called an umbilical hernia. Those are supposedly not painful. However, you would want to have that stitched when you have your dog neutered. German Shepherds, I think, should be neutered at 6 months. If you're seeing any dominance whatsoever, go ahead and neuter them at 6 months. If you want to wait until later, because that's what your vet recommends or whatever, and you wind up having some dominance issues later, feel free to call me. I can help you with that. So that little bubble is right above, just not even an inch about from where the penis would start. So you're checking for that when you're looking for puppies as well. Okay, another thing you want to look for, look at his eyes. Look directly into that little puppy's face, and you want to see bright eyes. Nothing white coming out of it. Maybe a little bit can be okay, but make sure you've got nice, clear, happy, healthy looking eyes. Okay, so now while we're looking at this adorable little puppy, let's talk about something very important. When you're calling around, say you've gone on akc.org and you're getting ready to call some purebred breeders, a couple of questions you'll want to ask. Did they have their dogs OFA'd? What does that mean, you ask? Okay, that means, were the dogs x-rayed, hips, shoulders, elbows? Were they x-rayed and then tested through an Orthopedic Foundation for Animals to see if their hips were sturdy enough as the parents to produce puppies? They'll get a rating when they send that in. Anything below a good, I don't believe, should have been bred. If the breeder says, no, we didn't test, say, no, I don't want a puppy. Okay? All right. Another thing you want to ask, and ask every breeder this, did they DNA test the mother and father and then compare? If they DNA tested and they compared, and the dogs were the mother and father, and maybe even grandparents, didn't have something called, and listen up folks, DM, degenerative myelopathy. That is the German Shepherd disease, Welsh Corgis and Pembroke Corgis as well, I believe. That's a killer of dogs when they're a little bit older. Okay, if the father and the mother don't carry that genetically, then the puppies won't carry that genetically. That's a whole topic I could spend hours talking to you about. But the basic is, ask your breeder, did they do a DNA test? Is the dog not carrying genetically the genes for DM? Okay? All right. So if the breeder says, oh, everybody's OFA'd, their hips are in good shape, we've DM tested, DNA tested, they're in good shape, then absolutely get in your car and go visit your breeder. Now, what are you looking for at the breeders? Well, there's several kinds of breeders. My favorite types of breeders would be a home breeder. That's what I do. My pups are in my guest bedroom, which I've moved into with them. The other one would be a professional breeder. Professional breeders are great too. When you get there, look around, follow your nose, whether you're in someone's home or you're in their kennel. If it smells like a dog kennel, it's going to. Just trust me. Even the cleanest kennels will smell like a kennel. When you came into my homes, anybody who came into my home to look at puppies, they did smell a little puppy poop. Well, I had a whole bunch of unhousebroken dogs in a whelping box, and you could smell that until after it was all cleaned up. So that's normal. But the puppies should look clean. They should look healthy, and they should look clean. Okay? Clear eyes, scissor bite, no big white marks on their feet, a little white on their chest is okay. And then, of course, the tail really does need to touch the floor. If it does not touch the floor when you pull it down, it's not going to touch the floor when they're all grown up, okay? And then remember, the ears are not going to stand up until they're a little bit older, a couple of weeks to even a couple of months, right? Good boy? Give kisses? Do you want to give me a kissy? He said, no, I want to get down off this table. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Again, my name is Guinevere, Lehigh Valley Dog Training and Behavior. If you are looking for a German Shepherd, I would say look up Watchman German Shepherds in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. He does great. One more thing. Steer clear from the farms out in Lancaster. Let's talk about that for a second, then I'll let you guys go. Okay, if you're going to pay $600 for a purebred German Shepherd, you'll be lucky to get 6 years out of that German Shepherd. Okay? If you're going to, I don't care how beautiful that farm is up in Lancaster, they are not doing a good job of breeding. I work with these dogs day in and day out. Once they're year and a half, 2.5 years old, oftentimes they're exceedingly aggressive. They don't look right. Their tails aren't long enough. their teeth aren't right, their markings aren't right. That doesn't mean that a breeder who's charging $2,500 or $3,000 for puppies, that doesn't mean that their dogs are going to be perfect and right. It just means that hopefully they're spending the money in the mother and father and grandparents to ensure that you are going to get a healthy puppy who looks right for your family. But yeah, stay clear out of Lancaster. Lots of puppy mills and lots of farms, and what they're doing is they'll buy a dog for $600 from another farm, then they'll go buy the male from another farm for $600, and they turn around and they charge you $600, $800, $1,000 or $1,000 per puppy, and those poor dogs are falling apart as early as 3 or 4 years old, and they're getting very aggressive. Well, any German Shepherd can get aggressive without proper socialization, but that's a different topic for another day. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope I could help you pick out your perfect German Shepherd. Don't hesitate to call me if you have questions. And that's it, and bye for now. Bye.